J.J. Autele, one of the senior co-captains of the San Diego State Aztec football team, joins us here on extrasports1360.com and Extra Sports 1360. JJ, how you doing today, man?
I'm doing good. How are you?
We're doing really well. Are you guys going to try to go into this game on Saturday as if it's just any other game? And if so, is that really, truly, realistically possible to do?
Oh, yes. We're definitely going in like it's another game number 4 of 13. And I think it's possible if you just coming up from the head coach, as long as everyone is treating it the same throughout the week. The only difference is we know the coaches on the other side of the field. So,
are you even planning to acknowledge some of those guys, though? I mean, do you take a moment before the game and say, hey, Coach Hogue, talk to some of the position coaches and at least say hello? Or until the game is over, are they just the enemies and they're another team, and who cares that we happen to know those guys and work so closely with them for the last couple of years?
Yeah, to me, I was just trying to focus on the game before, so it's all going to be just being with the teammates, being around my own team before the game instead of trying to go out and see everyone. And maybe after, whatever happens after the game, if we see them, if we don't, that'll be fine.
JJ, we're kind of surmising here that this game is so important to you guys as a team because you want to show everybody that the success of San Diego State the last year and a half has more to do with the players than it does with what Brady Hoke did. And certainly everybody in the Aztec family and all of you players are always going to appreciate everything that Brady Hoke did for you. But you don't want to make it seem like he's the guy that is responsible for the turnaround. You guys want it to be the players that are responsible for the turnaround. Is that part of the motivation heading into this game for you?
I guess you could say that. Yeah, I feel like, to be honest, every game we have something to prove even more.
Yeah.
And so yeah, that's going to be part of the inspiration and motivation going into this game, is just another test to prove to everyone that we can be up there with Michigan, with all the other top schools.
Do you feel, JJ, like you did prove something this past Saturday with a win over Washington State? I know your coach, Rocky Long, who we had on the show yesterday, doesn't like to really acknowledge that there's any difference between the Aztecs and a school like Washington State from the Pac-12 or even a Big Ten school. Yet it had been a long time since you guys had beaten a program from one of those BCS conferences. Do you feel like you did make a statement on Saturday with that victory?
I feel like we made a statement in winning the game, not specifically Washington State, but in general, I guess, coming from whatever the long line of not being able to beat teams from BCS conferences. But I still feel like we still have more to prove to everyone.
Well, you can do a whole lot more of that, no question about it, on Saturday. J.J. Autele is with us from San Diego State, one of their senior co-captains, defensive end from Hawaii. J.J., that game on Saturday against Washington State, I think the thing that impressed me the most about your guys' performance was certainly the fourth quarter. And everybody talks about finishing strong and dominating a fourth quarter, but you guys really did that on Saturday. How much confidence does that give you going forward?
I feel like that gives our team a whole lot of confidence because it was definitely a whole team effort in the fourth quarter because we were down by 3 going in, and so we just pulled it off. And I feel that just shows like how the maturity of our team in just getting older and going over those mental blocks and being able to finish stronger than we have in the past.
What was different? Because last year, Coach Hoke mentioned a couple of times the team flinched, in the fourth quarter is the way he described it. So what is different now, just with the team, and why are you able to get over the hump like the week before at Army and last week and finish those games strongly where you guys maybe weren't the last couple of years?
I feel it really does start from the head coach and just the calmness that he has and how contagious it is to the rest of the team that throughout the ups and downs that happens throughout a game, that he still stays calm. And I feel like that spreads throughout the whole team, and being able to just keep a level head and just keep playing how we know how to play.
That is like one of the best descriptions of Rocky Long I have ever heard. He is contagiously calm.
That's a good
line. That is Rocky Long in a nutshell. I've always tried to put my finger. What is his personality like?
Good line.
He is contagiously calm. I like that, Chris.
I like that too. J.J. Autele should be the guy who writes the biography of Rocky Long. He's got it down set. You can write that, J.J. Tell us a little bit about your journey from Hawaii, where you grew up, to San Diego State. You went from one paradise to another. I imagine you got recruited fairly heavily, but when you grow up on the island of Honolulu there, San Diego...
These brutal winters here in San Diego, rough on you?
Yeah, is it a little tough for you to be living in tough old San Diego now after growing up in Hawaii?
Definitely not. I love San Diego. That's the reason why I chose it. It's the closest thing to Hawaii, not living in Hawaii. So I love San Diego.
Have you brought any traditions? Have you got the defensive linemen eating any poi yet?
Oh, no.
Spam for sure, though.
They're staying away from that right now. Yeah, I haven't brought over. I should, though. Good idea. I should bring over some of that food.
I think you guys ought to get a big vat of poi, all the defensive linemen, and just dive into that before every single game. That's good protein. That's good stuff.
Oh, yeah, definitely good protein, help put on the weight. So, yeah, I should do that.
J.J. Autele is with us. When you look at Michigan on film, obviously the one thing that stands out is their quarterback, Denard Robinson. I know you're not going to give us the game plan, but I got to guess that the game plan is to keep him contained in the pocket as best you can. It's not easy to do, but I would imagine that's a big focus, and if you're able to do that, it's going to help go a long way to winning on Saturday.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Like, with how good a player like Denard is, he's going to get his plays. He's going to do this. He's going to do that. But, yeah, as a defense, as a whole, we have to be able to contain him. And, yeah, we're working on game plans to figure out how to best contain him for pass and run, because we know, like, he can make plays out of nothing. And so the better we figure out that this week, then I feel like the better we'll do in the game.
JJ, Chris and I were just talking about the travel factor. It's a 9 a.m. Pacific Coast time start, just like the game at Army. Did you guys feel like that early start? I mean, you came out so fast and then maybe kind of hit a little bit of a lull. Was there any impact of starting a game that early for your body clocks or anything like that? And is that something you can carry over into this game to learn something that maybe Army taught you at that game?
Yeah, I feel like it was actually an advantage for us to have gone to Army already, and for our team to have traveled such a far distance, or not that far, across the nation, to play a game, to get used to it. So now that when we go to Michigan, like, we've done it already, and there's no excuse in the beginning, and I feel like it won't be a factor in the game.
Well, let's certainly hope that you guys get off to another good start this time, and this time you're able to carry it through for 60 minutes. Michigan, I know that you guys watched the Michigan-Notre Dame game on the airplane coming back from Army. I know everybody's been looking forward to this game for a long, long time, and now it's finally here. We wish you the best of luck, JJ. Congratulations on the 3-0 start, man.
I appreciate it.